For most travelers, flying first class already feels like luxury. But for some of the richest women in the Arab world, even that isn't close. Private jets redesigned like royal palaces, entire hotel floors booked for a single person, personal chefs, diamond-studded luggage, and shopping trips that can cost more than a luxury house. These journeys are not just vacations. They are displays of wealth few people on Earth will ever witness. But behind the glamour lies a world of extreme privilege, traditions, and lifestyles that most outsiders rarely see. And once you step inside this reality, it becomes clear that luxury has levels most people never even imagined. Join us, and let's discover how the richest Arab women in the world truly travel. Let's go.
Number 1. Sheikh Mara's private jets, flying in full Dubai royal style. For Sheikh Mara, a flight is never just the process of getting from one city to another. It is a curated segment of a lifestyle that allows nothing to chance and tolerates nothing less than the absolute best. The Dubai royal family's private aviation assets rank among the most impressive air fleets anywhere in the Middle East. The fleet includes a Boeing 747, one of the most recognizable aircraft ever produced, customized on the inside to the point where its commercial origins become completely invisible. Private bedrooms let passengers rest exactly as they would in a five-star hotel. Spacious lounges offer room to hold conversations, entertain guests, or simply watch the world move past 35,000 feet below. Gold accents run through the interior design details throughout the cabin, giving the whole space a feeling closer to a flying penthouse than any conventional idea of an airplane. Alongside the 747 sits a Gulfstream G650, one of the most coveted ultra-long-range business jets on the market. The G650 can fly from Dubai to New York without stopping anywhere. Its cabin is smaller than the 747's, but equally impressive in terms of finish quality, integrated technology, and the overall comfort level it delivers to everyone aboard. For Sheikh Mara, stepping onto one of these aircraft is not a luxury experience in itself. It is simply the beginning of a seamless transition between environments, each one designed to the same exacting standard. The destination is already arranged, the car is waiting, the yacht is ready. Every element of the journey has been handled before the flight even begins. ¿Cómo viajan las mujeres árabes más ricas?
Number 2. Sheikh Moses car collection, Bugatti, Lamborghini, and a 6-wheeled monster. On the ground, Sheikh Moses' world is no less impressive than what she commands at sea or in the air. The Al Thani royal family maintains a collection of automobiles that would leave even the most experienced supercar enthusiast speechless. A curated portfolio of machines that communicates power, refinement, and an uncompromising taste for the absolute best that automotive engineering can produce. Among the vehicles associated with the family is the Mercedes-Benz G63 AMG 6x6, one of the most extreme off-road luxury vehicles ever built. 6 wheels, near military off-road capability, and a price that reflects its extreme rarity. It looks like something engineered specifically for a film about desert billionaires, because in many ways, that's precisely what it represents. The Rolls-Royce Phantom is another fixture in the garages of Arab royalty, and the Al Thani family is no exception. This car has served as the global benchmark for ultimate British luxury for generations, and in a royal context, it functions as both reliable transportation and unambiguous status statement. Beyond these, the collection includes a Lamborghini Centenario, a limited series hypercar produced in minimal numbers and worth millions on the secondary market. Alongside it sit a Ferrari LaFerrari in both Aperta and Coupe versions, hybrid Italian supercars that combine racetrack performance with exotic design. And then there are the Bugattis, Veyrons, Chirons, Divos, each a masterwork of engineering, each carrying a price tag in the several millions. For the Al Thani family, these cars are not weekend hobbies. They are extensions of a carefully maintained identity built around excellence, absolute exclusivity, and the very best that human engineering has been able to create. I'm going to ask you a simple question. Are you a naturally curious person? If you're watching, I'm pretty sure the answer is yes. This space is made for people like us. To ensure you're always part of this community and receive all our latest discoveries, you just need to do one thing: subscribe to the channel. It's the best way to stay connected with us. Okay, now that you're part of our Legion of the Curious, let's move on to the next item.
Number 3. Huda Katan, how the Arab world's richest self-made woman travels. Every other woman in this story was born into wealth or entered it through marriage. Huda Katan arrived here by an entirely different route, through talent, precise timing, relentless work, and an instinct for what her audience wanted before they knew themselves. She is the one proof in this entire list that the most extreme levels of Arab female wealth are not exclusively reserved for royalty. Huda was born in Oklahoma in a family of Iraqi descent. In 2006, she moved to Dubai to work as a makeup artist. Nothing about her situation at that point suggested that within a decade she would become one of the wealthiest self-made women in the Arab world. But in 2010, she launched a beauty blog. The voice was direct, the content was honest and practical. The audience grew fast and never stopped. In 2013, the Huda beauty brand launched, beginning with a line of false lashes and expanding rapidly into lipsticks, foundations, eyeshadow palettes, and dozens of additional products across multiple beauty categories. She used Instagram and YouTube not as secondary marketing channels, but as the central stage of her entire operation. She appeared in her own content constantly. She demonstrated her own products with her own face and her own hands. She spoke to her audience directly and without distance. The beauty industry had rarely seen that kind of intimacy at scale. By 2017, the company was valued at approximately $1 billion. Huda Katan became a billionaire through an Instagram account and a genuine belief in her own product. Her cars, a Mercedes-Benz G63 AMG, BMW X5, Mercedes-Benz CLS, and Rolls-Royce Cullinan, valued around $350,000, tell the story of someone who built every single thing herself. That changes the meaning of everything she owns.
Number 4. Al Merkab super yacht, the third pillar of Qatar's sea empire. Between the Al Usail and the Qatara, most families would feel exceptionally well covered on the water. The Al Thani family doesn't stop at 2. The Al Merkab is the third major super yacht connected to the Qatari royal circle, and at an estimated value of around $300 million, it matches the other two in terms of onboard amenities and the luxury standard expected by its owners. The Al Merkab offers 10 lavish guest suites, a layout that makes it particularly suited for hosting large family gatherings, extended royal visits, or private business meetings conducted entirely at sea. The vessel includes its own full-size cinema, a feature that transforms long voyages across open ocean into genuine entertainment experiences rather than idle time. A private swimming pool and a helicopter pad complete the essential onboard facilities, ensuring that no matter how far offshore the yacht travels, guests remain comfortably connected to the best parts of life ashore. Sheikh Moza and members of her family have been seen aboard super yachts during private family holidays and official visits alike. Whether anchoring off the Greek islands, stopping near Monaco, or sailing the warm blue water of the Persian Gulf, the experience remains identical. Total comfort, complete privacy, and a service standard that challenges even the finest land-based luxury hotels. The Al Thani fleet represents something that goes beyond simple wealth. It represents the capacity to take a private 5-star hotel anywhere in the world, without reservations, without checkout times, and without another guest in sight. That level of freedom has a price. For this family, it's a price paid without hesitation.
Number 5. Prince Al Walid's Airbus A380, the flying palace that redefined private aviation. Every great collection has one centerpiece that defines everything else around it. For Prince Al Walid bin Talal, the man at the center of Princess Amira's royal life, that item is an Airbus A380 that has been transformed so thoroughly on the inside that no commercial passenger would recognize it as the same aircraft type. The 747-400 already in the Prince's fleet is extraordinary on its own terms. A private dining room, a formal meeting hall designed for heads of state, private apartments across multiple areas of the fuselage, and a throne-style seating area decorated in gold and rich textiles. Flying aboard this aircraft is not distinguishable from living inside a royal palace, except that the palace moves at 900 kilometers per hour at 12,000 meters of altitude. But the Airbus A380, nicknamed the Flying Palace, goes significantly further than any of that. In its commercial configuration, the A380 is the largest passenger aircraft ever built for regular service, carrying over 500 people across 2 full decks. In Prince Al Walid's custom version, those 2 decks were completely redesigned from scratch.
A private concert hall allows live musical performances to take place while the aircraft cruises above the clouds. Multiple relaxation lounges on both levels offer different environments for rest and entertainment. A full spa with dedicated treatment areas is available during long intercontinental flights. A spiral staircase connects the two main cabin floors. When Princess Amira traveled aboard this aircraft, the experience was not one of flying somewhere. It was one of carrying the palace along for the entire journey.
Number 6. Sheikh Mara bint Mohammed Al Maktoum, Dubai's bold and modern royal heiress. If Sheikh Moza represents the classical ideal of Arab royal elegance, measured, purposeful, contained, Sheikh Mara bint Mohammed Al Maktoum is something entirely different. She is louder, bolder, and completely comfortable operating in the full glare of global attention. She is the face of a new generation of Gulf royalty, one raised inside immense wealth, shaped by social media, and unwilling to stay in the background. Born into the ruling family of Dubai, Mara grew up inside one of the most ambitious wealth creation stories in modern history. Her father is Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, ruler of Dubai and Prime Minister of the UAE. The family's total fortune is estimated at approximately $40 billion, built through the explosive rise of Dubai as a global hub for real estate, tourism, finance, and premium lifestyle experiences. That environment shapes a person in specific ways. For Mara, private jets, super yachts, and exotic cars were never aspirational symbols. They were simply the backdrop of her daily life growing up, the air she breathed. What makes her stand out is not just the scale of her wealth, but how consciously she chooses to express it. She uses social media to offer carefully curated glimpses into a lifestyle that blends royal tradition with a very modern, almost cinematic sense of glamour. Her cars, her destinations, and her aesthetic choices feel deliberate, less the casual background of a royal household, and more a personal brand constructed for a global audience. Her travel life reflects all of this at every level, and it starts, like most things in Dubai, somewhere far above the ground.
Number 7. Queen Rania of Jordan, the modern queen who changed what royal travel looks like. Not every story of royal travel is one of inherited wealth exercised quietly behind palace walls. Queen Rania of Jordan has spent decades building a public identity defined by intelligence, accessibility, and genuine purpose. A queen who uses her global platform to advocate for education, gender equality, and the rights of children across developing nations. But beneath that very public life sits a travel lifestyle that is every bit as luxurious as anything else in this story. Rania was born on August 31, 1970 in Kuwait, into a Palestinian family. She studied business administration at the American University in Cairo, then entered the workforce across banking and technology sectors. It was during this period that she met the then Prince Abdullah. They married in 1993, and when Abdullah ascended to the Jordanian throne in 1999, Rania became queen. The Hashemite royal family travels in convoys that reflect both the security requirements and the status of the monarchy. At the center sits the Rolls-Royce Phantom, the global standard for heads of state worldwide. The convoy includes a Bentley Bentayga, a British luxury SUV that combines refinement with genuine all-terrain capability across Jordan's varied landscape. And when security requirements are at their most stringent, an armored Mercedes-Benz S600 is deployed, a vehicle engineered to withstand high-caliber weapons fire while appearing from the outside entirely unremarkable. Invisible protection at the highest possible level. Beyond the road, the Hashemite family maintains access to private aircraft, including a Gulfstream G650 and a customized Airbus A340, transportation suited for both regional travel and long-haul international missions with equal comfort and dignity.
Number 8. Katara Superyacht, Qatar's most celebrated sea giant. If the Al Usail already sounds extraordinary, the Katara raises the bar to another level entirely. Named after the historic cultural village in Doha that holds much of Qatar's heritage and identity, this superyacht stretches approximately 124 meters from bow to stern, placing it among the largest and most expensive privately owned vessels anywhere in the world. The Katara is designed to accommodate roughly 35 guests in absolute luxury, while a crew of up to 90 professionals works around the clock to ensure that every need is anticipated and met before it is even expressed. The ship features multiple decks, each serving a distinct purpose: sunbathing areas, private lounging spaces, formal dining rooms, and guest cabins that feel closer to boutique hotel suites than anything typically found on a vessel at sea.
A helicopter landing pad on the upper deck allows for quick and discreet transfers without ever requiring a marina stop. The interiors combine classic luxury aesthetics with modern engineering, and every material selected throughout the ship, from the wood finishes to the upholstery and lighting, was chosen as much for quality and durability as for appearance and atmosphere. The estimated total cost of the Katara exceeds $400 million, and that figure does not include the ongoing costs of maintenance, fuel, or the considerable salaries required to staff an operation of this size throughout the year. Running a superyacht at this level costs millions annually, even when the vessel sits still in port. For the Al Fadi family, this is simply the ordinary price of a comfortable journey on the open water, and the fleet does not end here.
Number 9. Princess Fahda bint Falah, Saudi Arabia's most discreet royal consort. While many of the women in this story deliberately cultivate a visible public presence, Princess Fahda bint Falah al-Hathlin operates in an entirely different mode. She is the wife of King Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud of Saudi Arabia, making her the queen consort of one of the most powerful monarchies on earth. Yet, she keeps herself almost entirely out of public view, away from cameras, formal interviews, and media appearances. This discretion, however, says absolutely nothing about the scale of her world, because the Saudi royal family exists in a category of wealth that has very few meaningful comparisons. The estimated total fortune of the Saudi ruling family exceeds $1.4 trillion. The primary engine behind that figure is Saudi Aramco, the largest oil company in the world by almost any measure. That kind of wealth does not simply fund a comfortable life. It funds private islands, palaces distributed across multiple continents, weddings that cost more than the annual budgets of some smaller nations, and travel arrangements built around the concept that nothing is unavailable. Princess Fahda's journeys exist entirely within this reality. While the specific details of her personal travel are never made public, the infrastructure that supports Saudi royal travel is well documented. It starts at sea, where the family commands a fleet of super yachts that function as private aquatic palaces, complete with helicopter landing pads, swimming pools, cinema rooms, spa facilities, and suites designed for multi-week voyages along the Mediterranean or across the Red Sea. These are not modes of transport. They are entire self-contained environments that simply happen to move across the water.
Number 10. Sheikh Mahra's car collection. Gold Lamborghini, pink Rolls-Royce, and a $3 million Bugatti. When Sheikh Mahra is not airborne or at sea, her life on the ground is defined by one of the most visually striking private car collections in the Arab world. Each vehicle in her garage communicates something specific about who she is: confident, unapologetically bold, and completely disinterested in anything that doesn't make an instant impression. At the center of the collection is a Bugatti Chiron, valued at close to $3 million. The Chiron is among the fastest and most technologically complex production cars ever built, capable of achieving speeds that most roads on Earth cannot even legally accommodate. For Mahra, the Chiron is not just a performance machine, it is a daily declaration of identity. Then there is the Rolls-Royce Phantom, but not in any factory configuration. Her version is a custom-ordered pink Phantom, estimated at approximately $858,000. Inside, thousands of tiny fiber optic lights are embedded in the ceiling, creating an effect resembling a personal night sky visible from the rear cabin. Every interior element was handcrafted. It is by any measure a car made specifically for someone who was born a princess. The golden Lamborghini Aventador is perhaps the single most attention-commanding vehicle she owns, finished in gold and valued at around $7.5 million in its rare configuration. Add to this Mercedes-Benz G60 AMG, equally at home on city streets and desert terrain, and the collection forms a complete picture: speed, exclusivity, custom luxury, and raw road presence. Every time Sheikh Mahra arrives anywhere in one of these cars, heads turn before the door even opens.
Number 11. Princess Amira's car collection. Gold Rolls-Royce to Ferrari Panini. For someone who entered the world of extreme wealth through marriage rather than inheritance, Princess Amira adapted to the lifestyle with remarkable ease and clear personal enthusiasm. Her car collection is a perfect reflection of her character, polished and refined on the surface, with an unmistakable edge of drama and excess visible the moment you look more closely. The anchor of her collection is a Rolls-Royce Phantom, but far from any standard version. Her specification includes 24-karat gold accent work woven into the design details throughout the car. The interior was handcrafted to a level that makes the production Phantom look almost modest by comparison. A Phantom in this configuration starts at around $450,000 on the open market, but for a fully bespoke commission with precious metal detailing, the actual price climbs considerably higher. Alongside it sits a Bugatti Veyron, priced at approximately $3 million. The Veyron was the car that changed the definition of what a production road car could do when it became the first to officially surpass 400 kilometers per hour in a controlled environment. As an experience behind the wheel, it remains one of the most extreme and memorable available on four wheels. The Mercedes-Maybach S650 adds a completely different dimension to the collection, not about speed or rarity, but about immaculate comfort and presence. The Maybach cabin delivers a sense of space and refinement that competes with the finest private jet seats. And for pure driving intensity, a Lamborghini Aventador and a Ferrari Panini, known as Pinot, convert any stretch of open road into something resembling a private race circuit. Each car in this collection tells a story. Together, they tell a very clear one.
Number 12, the Dubai Super Yacht, Sheikh Mara's 162-meter maritime world. When it comes to life on the water, the Al Maktoum family operates at a scale that distinguishes them even within the already extraordinary world of superyacht ownership. The centerpiece of their maritime collection is a vessel simply called Dubai, and the name carries the full symbolic weight of everything that city represents on the world stage. The Dubai stretches approximately 162 meters from end to end, placing it among the largest privately owned yachts anywhere on the planet. The construction cost exceeds $400 million. At 7 decks in height, the ship accommodates up to 115 people, guests and crew combined, in an environment that resembles a floating luxury resort far more than any traditional concept of a boat. The interior design choices aboard the Dubai are extraordinary by any available standard. Marble floors, gold leaf detail work, and intricate mosaic patterns cover surfaces throughout the vessel. The spa delivers treatments of the kind typically found only in the world's finest hotels. The private cinema allows passengers to watch films in a full-scale screening room rather than on a cabin monitor. Multiple open sun decks and shaded lounging areas ensure that wherever the ship anchors, the perfect spot for an afternoon is always immediately available. For Sheikh Mara, a vessel like this is not simply a mode of transport, it is the ideal stage for her particular version of life. Private celebrations, family gatherings, escapes from public view, content creation against a backdrop of open ocean and flawless design, the Dubai provides all of it. Whether moored off southern France or sailing the crystal waters of the Gulf, every moment aboard carries the same signature standard of excellence that defines everything this family touches.
Number 13, Sheikh Moza bint Nasser, Qatar's most influential royal woman. Few names in the Arab world carry as much weight as Sheikh Moza bint Nasser. She is a visionary, a philanthropist, and one of the most influential women in the entire Middle East. But behind her active public life sits another reality, a world of extraordinary travel, impeccable personal style, and a level of luxury that operates on its own plane entirely. Born in 1959 in the city of Al Khor in Qatar, Moza came from a prominent Qatari family with deep roots in the country's political landscape. Her father, Nasser bin Abdullah al-Misnad, was a notable figure in Qatari political circles. In 1977, she married Sheikh Hamad bin Khalifa Al Thani, and that union permanently secured her place within Qatar's most powerful royal dynasty. When Sheikh Hamad became Emir of Qatar in 1995, everything shifted. Moza was no longer simply the ruler's wife. She became an independent force in education, international policy, philanthropy, and high fashion. She founded the Qatar Foundation, an organization built around the idea of transforming Qatar into a knowledge-based economy. Today, the Al Thani family controls one of the largest concentrations of wealth anywhere on Earth. Qatar consistently ranks among the highest GDP per capita nations in the world. Their portfolio spans global real estate, international investments, and enormous corporate holdings across multiple industries. At the center of this universe, Sheikh Moza sets the standard for what modern royal luxury looks like, and her travels, on water, in the air, and on the road, are among the most extraordinary on the planet. They begin at sea, and they begin at a scale that most people struggle to fully comprehend.
Still curious? Then don't stop now. The next mystery is already waiting for you. Just click the video on screen. I saved it just for you. See you there, curious one.